So welcome to class, everybody, and I'm Shavita. Today we are going to look at our pelvic floor muscle and how to incorporate that muscle in our yoga practice. Now, the reason our pelvic floor muscle is so important, it holds in all our internal organs in our body. It also helps us have control of our bladder and our gases. So by building strength and knowing where it is and how it works really helps prevent it from getting too relaxed and loose. So we can sneeze with confidence, we can jump on a trampoline, run, and we can control our bowel movements and bladder movements. So to go when there's a convenient time, so we don't have to rush to the toilets as quickly. So that pelvic floor muscle gets neglected because it's not something you can see. It doesn't determine the size of your dress or how you look. So we tend to ignore it and don't focus on it. But today we are going to tap into that pelvic floor muscle and really learn to connect with it and see if we can start building strength in it. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lie down first on our backs. And we're going to connect to our breathing. So lying down on your back, just hug your knee in, tuck your chin, have a little rock one way, have a little rock the other way. Breathing in and breathing out. Place your feet down on the floor and make a little diamond shape for me. Place that diamond on your lower abdominals. I'd like you to focus your breath in that diamond. Okay, just take your mind and your breath into that area, yeah? When you were down here. So inhale and exhale into that area. Inhale. Exhale into that area. Relax your shoulders. Now inhale, relax. And then exhale, see if you can pull that area upwards by tightening it. So how this feels, imagine you're going to the toilet to pass urine and you're pulling up to stop your urine midstream. So that's the best way to describe it. So there's the front part of your pelvic floor and there's the back part. So imagine you're pulling in the back and the front part, squeezing and then gently releasing. Okay, so make that diamond shape. As we inhale, we relax. As we exhale, we pull it in upwards. So you're stopping your urine midstream, and then exhale, relax. Inhale, relax. Exhale, tighten that muscle. Inhale, relax. Exhale, tighten that muscle. Now that will take a bit of time to get used to. So let's just imagine stopping midstream and then releasing. Stopping midstream and releasing. Stopping midstream and releasing. Stopping midstream and releasing. Let's do 10 of them. 10, squeeze, pause and release. 9 and release. 8 and release. 7 and release. 6 and release. 5 and release. 4 and release. 3, release. 2, release. And then hold it up. Hold it up, pull it up. You're holding it. Relax your face muscles once you're doing this. Relax your buttocks muscle. Everything's relaxed except this internal pelvic floor muscle. You can't see it, but only you know that you're squeezing it. like you squeeze and stop your urine midstream. That's the only way to describe it. And you're holding it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release, and let's imagine we're going up an elevator. So let's go up 1 floor, 2 floors, 3 floors, 4 floors. Pause. And then gently release. Let's do that again. Lifting it up, lifting it up, lifting it up, lifting it up. Pause and release. And let's do that again. Lifting, 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 and gently release. Now we want to sort of keep it at level 2, level 4. Yeah, so it's not 100% tight where you're sort of concentrating and tensing. You want to be relaxed with that pelvic floor muscle. Just pull it in slightly. Yeah, abs are engaged slightly, so that pelvic floor muscle also helps support the posture and the spine. So pull it in sort of like to level, mid-level, so it's not engaged tightly where you're gripping, and it's not completely loose where it's just completely relaxed. So it's in between that. Hands beside the hips, and then just roll up into a bridge with that pelvic floor muscle engaged. Pulling it up, and then gently roll down. So we're adding movement with that pelvic floor muscle engaged. Inhaling, rolling up, pelvic floor muscle engaged, and rolling down. So this movement is not about the glutes now, it's about the pelvic floor. Emphasis and awareness of that pelvic floor, squeezing up, and then gently release. Lifting up that pelvic floor and release. Just being mindful there's a little bit of engagement on that pelvic floor throughout the bridge and down. See if we can lift it up, hold it. Pelvic floor engaged. And what happens as we get older, gravity pulls it down. So we want to pull it back up and keep a nice strong pelvic floor muscle so it keeps all our internal organs in us, it stops us prolapsing later on in life, and gently release. Now this time have your feet nice and wide. And then we're going to squeeze that pelvic floor and bring the knees in. Open up. Pelvic floor squeeze and bring the knees in. Good. Opening up, squeezing and bringing the knees in. And this time let's roll up, open up the knees, squeeze that pelvic floor. And you know, when we're first starting to do these movements, it might be hard to figure out whether you're doing it right or not. But that's okay. Just think, lifting up. Imagine you're going to the toilet and you're stopping midstream. So it's a tiny little movement. Nobody can see it, only you can feel it. So you're engaging your core as well. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release down. Open up your knees. You're in a butterfly. Lift that pelvic floor up. See if you can lift it up. And gently release. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze that pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze that pelvic floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze that pelvic floor. 3 more. With the exhale, you're contracting that pelvic floor. 1 more. Inhale. Beautiful. Now engage that core slightly. Lift your feet up. Your core's activated. You're pulling in the belly button. Hands up. And then we're going to do opposite hand, opposite leg. Extend
Engaging that pelvic floor. Remember, we're not engaging it to a 10 or 1. We're in the middle, about a 5. So your abs are pulled in. Your pelvic floor is engaged. Cool, let's do 3 more. 3. Belly button pulled in. 3. 2. 2. 1. 1. Hugging your knees, having a little rock one way and having a little rock the other way. Let's give ourselves a little spine twist before we come down on our hands and knees. And then rotating the foot, the knee over to one side, the head over to the other. And then gently release. Change sides, bending the knee, bringing the knee over to one side and breathing. And then we're going to come up onto all fours. We're coming up onto all fours. See if you can pull that pelvic floor muscle in. So we're moving a bit slower because we want to really make sure we activate that pelvic floor muscle, squeezing that pelvic floor muscle and then gently releasing. Squeezing and releasing. Now this time squeeze that pelvic floor muscle, pulling it up, abs pulled in, and just lift up the knees. And then gently release. And again, inhale, lift up those knees. And then gently release. Extend one leg. Extend one arm. Pull the pelvic floor, lift the leg up, and we're tapping to the side of the mat, squeezing and down, lifting and down. Pelvic floor engaged, abs pulled in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Change sides. Thumb pointing up, toe pointing down, pelvic floor engaged, lifting up and down, up and down, pelvic floor engaged. Don't forget to breathe for 5, 4, and we can tend to hold our breath when we're trying to do the pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1, gently release. Knees nice and wide. And let's surrender into child's pose. Pelvic floor lifting up and releasing. Lifting up and releasing. Exhale, squeezing. Inhale, relaxing. Exhale, squeezing. Inhale, relaxing. Exhale, squeezing. Inhale, relaxing. Let's come into melting heart. And in every posture, the pelvic floor feels a bit different. If our legs are wide, it's different. So here, squeeze that pelvic floor muscle and then gently release. Squeeze that pelvic floor muscle and gently release. And just take a note of what happens to your abdominal muscles as you squeeze that pelvic floor muscle. Squeeze and release. Let's do 3 more. 3, squeeze and release. 2 and release. 1 and release. Beautiful. Coming up onto all fours. Tucking the toes under and coming into downward facing dog, keeping the knees bent. Now squeeze that pelvic floor and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And then gently walking it out, left, right, left, right. So we want to be mindful of the activation of our core and our pelvic floor now. Breathing out, left, right, left, right. Then bring the feet together, bending the knees, taking the knees over to one side, the hips over to the other. And change. And one more time on each side. And again. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Lean forward onto your hands. Step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. And we're wiggling it. Opening up the hips. Squeeze that pelvic floor. See if you can contract it here. In this movement. Squeezing. And don't forget to breathe as you're squeezing in that pelvic floor for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Extend that front leg. Stretching out the thigh. Pulling the back hip to the back wall. Bending. And again extending. So if you're a runner, you will enjoy this stretch because as runners we tend to have tight hamstrings. So it's really important to stretch it out because tight hamstrings equals tight lower back. Bending the knee, touch down left hand, inhale, lift up the right. Lengthen your spine. And then bringing it down, framing the foot, kick back into downward facing dog. And let's go back to that pelvic floor, always going back to that pelvic floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And if the pelvic floor is too hard to kind of tap into, just pull that belly button in, yeah? Let's take the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Drop the right knee down. Engaging that pelvic floor. Stay with me. I know this is not a really sexy muscle to work out, but it is so vital. We want a healthy pelvic floor muscle, which can give us pleasure too, if used correctly. Keeping all our internal organs in helps us control our bladder movements. So it's a really important muscle to work. Extending, stretching out your hamstring. Breathing in, breathing out, and then gently bending the knee. And use your breath. Engaging the ab, pulling that pelvic floor in. And bending. One more time. Squeezing it, stretching it out. And bending the knee, touching down. Inhale, lift up the left hand, lengthen the spine. Frame the foot, and then kick back into downward facing dog. Pull that belly button in, lift up that pelvic floor muscle. Beautiful. Lean forward onto your hands, step your right foot forward. Keep into that lunge position. You're bending the front knee. Pull that pelvic floor up. Tuck the bottom ribs in to activate your core muscle. Inhale, lift up those arms. And let's swing the arms forward and up. Forward and up. Forward and up. Beautiful. Pivot the back foot 45-degree angle, come into a warrior. Sinking down nice and deep. Breathing in, breathing out. Extend the front leg and then bend the knee and bring the hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing it down. Touch down. Left hand. Inhale, right hand. Bring the hand in front, the right hand, pivot the back foot, 45-degree angle, come into a triangle with the knee bent. Pull that pelvic floor, lift the chest, and then extend that front leg, coming up. And then coming back up, both feet facing the front, shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach towards me. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, come down. Lean forward onto your toes. Wiggle your buttocks, left, right. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. We're going to walk our hands to the back of the room, framing the foot, and then going back into downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. And engaging your pelvic floor, engaging your abs. Really pulling it in and lifting it up. Lean forward onto your hands. Step your left foot forward into the lunge. Breathing in, breathing out. Really focus on your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pivot your back foot, 45-degree angle, coming down into a warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hand in front. Inhale, lift up that hand. Rotate the chest. Pull that pelvic floor up. And then extend the front leg into the triangle. Rotate in your chest to the ceiling. And then inhale, coming up. Both legs together. This time we're going to toe heel your feet in a bit closer. Your heels are going to be underneath your knees. Toes are pointing out. We're going to come into a goddess pose. Okay? And then take your hands to the knees if that's more comfortable. And we're going to just drop one shoulder down. Lift that pelvic floor. And release. And again. And one more time. Coming back into the center, lifting up those arms. Exhale. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rotating to the front of the room and then kicking back into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting that pelvic floor muscle up, pulling in the belly button, engaging the abs. Nice. Beautiful. Dropping the knees down and coming to melting heart. Melting the heart down. Keep that pelvic floor muscle engaged, lifting up. Let's lift it up for 3 and relax. 2 and relax. 1 and relax. Then we're going to come back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, coming back up. Walking it out. Left, right. Left, right. Beautiful. Walk your hands in slightly. And then take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle and look underneath your armpit. Pull that belly button in, keeping it engaged and pelvic floor slightly lifted. And then gently release. Change sides, grabbing hold of your right ankle with your left hand, lifting up. And then back. See if you can walk your hands to you. Grab hold of those elbows, bend the knees slightly. Rock from side to side. Side to side. Let your head hang completely loose. Then let go. Then pull that belly button in and roll up one vertebra at a time. So we're going to stand nice and tall. Inhale, lift up the arms. Grab hold of your right wrist. Bring your right foot over to the front of your left foot. Reach up, exhale, coming down. And then change sides. Reaching up, exhale. Bringing the left hand foot over the right. And then gently release. Keep your feet hip distance apart. And just tuck your bottom two ribs in. And we're going to do the pelvic floor muscle standing up now. So you're lifting up as you exhale. And release. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Lift that belly button in. Lift that pelvic floor muscle and relax. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. One more time. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. We're going to come, feet hip distance apart, maybe just slightly wider. We're going to come and sit into the squat. Sit into the squat, engage the abdominal muscle, engage that pelvic floor and squeeze up. Squeezing that pelvic floor, sitting in the squat. Squeeze it. Let's do 4 more. Squeezing, thinking of that pelvic floor muscle, abs engaged, squeezing up. 3, 2, and 1. Now coming into the squat, open up your feet a bit wider if you want. And again, this is where the block comes in handy. You can just sit on your block like this into the squat, or like this. Or if you haven't got a block, just come into the squat. Nice straight spine. Squeeze that pelvic floor muscle and release. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. And then slowly lean back and drop your buttocks down on the mat. Beautiful. We're going to sit into a butterfly. Interlock your fingers underneath the ball of your foot. See if you can lengthen that spine for me. Lengthen that spine. Lean slightly back, relax your shoulders. Squeeze that pelvic floor. And relax, engaging your abs. Squeezing As you exhale, inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Beautiful. Let's just butterfly out. Now you can just relax and not think about your pelvic floor if you don't want to. Well done, guys. So how I remember to do the pelvic floor muscle, if I'm not doing an intense class of total focus, I sort of think about something that I already do, like if you're in the car, stopping at a traffic light, you just squeeze your pelvic floor muscles about 10 times. So let's just get into our posture so we can relax. 3-inch gap between the heel and the shin, and walk your fingers forward. That's it, beautiful. So how I remember how to do the pelvic floor is when I'm waiting at a traffic light. Now I know we're not driving around at the moment, so I would do 10 while I'm at the traffic light. Or you might do it every time you open the fridge, you just do a couple then. So something that you do regularly, and just every time you touch that thing or whatever, use it as a point to remind you that you couple it up with a few pelvic floor muscle exercises. And after a month of doing so, you will definitely notice a difference with your pelvic floor muscle. It's got an amazing ability to build up strength by just a little bit consistently, just like what we do in class with our physical external hamstring stretching and strengthen our abs. It's the same thing, but that muscle, because it can't be seen, often gets neglected. So let's just take 3 more deep breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Coming back. Change sides. And walk your fingers forward. Beautiful. Relax your shoulders and just focus on your breath. And if you want to connect with your pelvic floor, you can. And if you don't want to and you've had enough, just relax. And then gently walk your fingers back. So sitting comfortably, just going to roll those shoulders back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And then lean back very slightly. Let's just take our head down. And inhale, bring our head up. Exhale, bringing the head down. Inhale, bringing the head back up. Nice and gently, back to center. Turn your head to one side. And change. And change. And change. And then tiny circles one way. Tiny half circles, nothing too fast. Our neck's very fragile. And then tiny circle upwards. Beautiful. Bring your hand, place it next to your hip, and reach the hand over your body. And change sides.
And let's just come onto the mat. Coming onto the mat. And then bend our knees. Take a nice big breath in and a nice big breath out. Rocking from side to side. Beautiful. Extend one leg. Interlock your fingers. Really hug that knee into your armpit. Relax your shoulders. Rotate your foot one way. Rotate your foot the other way. Stay connected to your breath. Stay present into the room. Let's bring the knee over your body. Turn your head away. And you can bring the hand up. And with every exhale, just softening into this position. Two more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And then gently, gently coming back. Stay there for a moment. Connect with your breath. And then let's pick up the left foot, interlock the fingers, hug them in, relax your shoulders, rotate your foot one way, rotate your foot the other way, bring your knee over your body, inhale, lift that hand up. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's take two more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, and then gently coming back to the center. Just lie there. You can have your knees bent if you want, if you need to give yourself a little another massage of your lower back, do so, and then just lie there and connect to your breath for me. Connecting to your breath and just lying there, listening to your breath moving through your body. And just acknowledge your commitment to your self-care today. Just acknowledge the discipline it took for you to get here. Just be on your mat with your breath. Take your breath, take your attention to your toes. You're relaxing your toes. You're relaxing your toes. Take your breath, take your attention to your ankles. You're relaxing your ankles. You're relaxing your ankles. You're relaxing your calves. You're relaxing your calves. Relax your shins, relax your shins. Your knees are relaxed, your knees are relaxed. The front of your thighs are relaxed, your front of your thighs are relaxed. Take your breath, take your attention to your hips. You're relaxing your hips, you're relaxing your hips. Take a big breath into your belly, relax your belly, relax your belly. Your lower back's relaxed, your lower back's relaxed. Take a big breath into your chest, you're relaxing your chest, you're relaxing your chest. Your upper back's relaxed, your upper back's relaxed. Relax all the fingers on your left hand, you're relaxing all the fingers on your right hand. Your forearms are relaxed, your forearms are relaxed. Relax your shoulders, let them melt down. You're relaxing your jaw, your tongue, your lips. Your whole body is nice and relaxed. And just follow your breath moving through your body. Nothing else to think about but your breath here. And then just slowly take a couple of deep breaths, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Turning your head left to right. And then just bending your knees and rolling over to your preferred side of resting. You're completely safe here. While you're here, think of 3 things that you are grateful for today. 3 things that give you pleasure. Inhale each one of those things into your body. Exhale gratitude out into the universe. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And whenever you're ready, there's no rush. You can take your time and come back up to sitting. I thank you for your time. I thank you for allowing me into your space. I appreciate you and I look forward to seeing you next time.